Have you ever felt an inexplicable heaviness after interacting with someone? A weight that lingers, making you question your own thoughts, feelings, and even your worth? It's a strange sensation, isn't it? Evil doesn't always announce itself with dramatic flair or wear an obvious mask. Instead, it whispers in the corners of our lives, subtle but pervasive. Evil isn't just found in the villains of stories. It's present in the fabric of reality. The most unsettling truth. It thrives on remaining hidden, blending into our daily interactions. But as Marcus Aurelius once taught us, clarity of mind is our greatest shield. By learning to recognize the signs, we not only protect ourselves, but also reclaim the serenity that toxic influences try to erode. Today we'll embark on a journey of awareness, an exploration guided by the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Together, we'll uncover the 10 unmistakable signs of an evil person, and more importantly, how to safeguard our peace and integrity. So, let's dive in with clarity, courage, and curiosity. The subtle nature of evil. Evil is rarely loud. It doesn't burst into your life declaring its intentions. Instead, it seeps in slowly, like a shadow creeping across the ground, unnoticed until it's enveloped everything in darkness. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who championed resilience and self-mastery, remind us of a simple yet profound truth. Our ability to discern is our first line of defense. Seneca, a master of observing human behavior, once said, "The mind that is aware cannot be ensnared." Awareness, then, is our guiding light in identifying what seeks to harm us. The danger lies in our modern tendency to dismiss the subtle. We overlook manipulation disguised as help or charm masking deceit because it feels easier to trust. Yet, trust without observation becomes a gateway for chaos. As we explore these signs, remember this: each insight is a tool, a key to unlocking the clarity that Marcus Aurelius spoke of when he said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." The first sign: constant manipulation. Let's begin with one of the most telling traits of an evil person: manipulation. Manipulators don't announce their intentions, they operate subtly, often masquerading as helpers or guides. But their help comes with strings attached, strings that entangle, control, and suffocate. Seneca once warned, "He who has many fears has many things to manipulate." Fear is their weapon. They prey on insecurities, turning your uncertainties into their tools. Perhaps you've encountered someone like this. They twist small mistakes into monumental errors, making you doubt your capabilities. They praise you publicly but criticize you subtly, creating an endless cycle of dependence. True guidance empowers. It builds autonomy and confidence. Manipulators, however, seek the opposite. They tether you to their influence, ensuring you rely on their validation to feel adequate. Stoic philosophy gives us a remedy: clarity and self-control. Epicurus taught us that no man is free who is not master of himself. The next time you feel someone subtly steering your decisions, pause, reflect. Ask yourself, does this align with my values? True strength lies in stepping away from those who erode your independence. Think about this for a moment. How often do we surrender our autonomy, mistaking manipulation for genuine concern? Recognizing manipulation is not just about calling it out. It's about reclaiming control of our thoughts and decisions. As we move forward, we'll delve into the second sign: how charm, when wielded by the wrong hands, becomes a dangerous disguise. But for now, remember, clarity is your greatest shield, and awareness is your most potent ally. The mask of charm. The allure of charm, a double-edged sword. Charm, it's a quality we all admire, isn't it? A radiant smile, carefully chosen words, a sense of ease that makes us feel seen and valued. But as Epicurus warned, appearances, no matter how dazzling, often hide the truth beneath. Charm, when wielded with sincerity, connects people, builds trust, and fosters meaningful relationships. Yet in the hands of someone with darker intentions, it becomes a weapon, a tool to disarm and deceive. These individuals don't use charm to bond, they use it to control. They know exactly how to play the role of the perfect friend, partner, or mentor, dazzling you with their brilliance while subtly steering you toward their agenda. Behind the curtain of perfection. Have you ever met someone who seemed almost too perfect? Perhaps their compliments felt rehearsed, their generosity too calculated, or their presence too tailored to your needs. It's as if they've studied you and know exactly what to say and do to gain your trust. This isn't coincidence. Manipulative charm is a performance, a crafted facade designed to make you let your guard down. Marcus Aurelius cautioned, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." While their words may seem kind, their true intentions often reflect something far less noble. The trick lies in observing what's beneath the surface. Watch how they treat others, those who offer them no benefit. Do they display the same warmth, or does their kindness vanish when the spotlight isn't on them? Actions, as the Stoics remind us, are the truest reflection of character. The subtle red flags. Let me share a story. I once knew a person who could light up any room. Their words were like honey, their laughter infectious. They had a knack for making everyone feel special, until you realized their kindness had conditions. Over time, their charm began to feel less like a connection and more like a trap. They'd praise you one moment, only to subtly undermine you the next, creating a constant push and pull. It wasn't about building you up. It was about ensuring you never felt fully confident without their approval. The red flags were there, but they were easy to ignore. And that's the power of charm. It blinds us to the small inconsistencies that eventually unravel the truth. Breaking free from the illusion. So, how do you see past the glittering facade? It begins with trusting your instincts. If you feel uneasy despite the warmth and flattery, don't dismiss that feeling. Your intuition is often your best guide. Stoic philosophy teaches us that truth doesn't need a mask. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Genuine kindness shines on its own without pretense. True connection doesn't require theatrics or manipulation. It's steady, consistent, and authentic." When faced with someone who seems too good to be true, take a step back. Observe their actions when no one is watching. Notice how they react when they don't get what they want. Charm is fleeting, but genuine character endures. Remember, not all charm is malicious, but when it's used as a tool for manipulation, it can be deeply destructive. Your job isn't to become distrustful of everyone, but to develop discernment, to look beyond appearances and seek the truth in actions. As we move forward to part 3, we'll discuss another powerful weapon of the malicious, their relationship with the truth, or more accurately, their willingness to distort it. Lies without conscience. Stay with me as we uncover how deceit weaves its web. Part 3, Lies Without Conscience. The fragility of deceit. Truth is resilient. It stands firm without embellishment. Lies, on the other hand, are fragile creations, requiring constant maintenance to stay afloat. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nothing should be done if it isn't right, and nothing should be said if it isn't true." Yet for truly malicious individuals, truth is not a value, it's an obstacle. Their lies are not careless slips of the tongue, they are crafted with precision, designed to manipulate your perception and obscure reality. These are not small falsehoods, they are elaborate narratives woven to control situations and people. For them, lying becomes second nature, a tool to achieve their self-serving goals. The art of distortion. Picture this. A friend tells you an inspiring story about their success, how they single-handedly saved a critical project or overcame insurmountable odds. Their confidence and detail make it hard to doubt them. Yet, over time, small cracks appear. Documents, emails, or conversations reveal inconsistencies, and when you question them, they become defensive or shift the blame. This is how lies operate. They distort reality and make you question your judgment. Malicious individuals often use this tactic to keep others disoriented and dependent. When confronted, they may deflect or accuse you of misunderstanding, all to preserve their false narrative. Gaslighting and its effects. One of the most damaging aspects of deceit is how it erodes your sense of self. These individuals don't just lie, they gaslight, convincing you that your memory is faulty or your feelings are misplaced. Over time, this can make you doubt your instincts, leading you to rely on them for clarity, a dangerous cycle that places them firmly in control. But as Stoics, we are reminded to ground ourselves in reality. Epicurus taught, "We suffer not from events themselves, but from our judgments about them." The antidote to their lies is clarity, observing actions, seeking facts, and trusting what you see over what they say. Recognizing the patterns of dishonesty. So, how do you protect yourself? Start by watching for patterns. Does their story change when pressed? Do their words align with their actions? Trust is built on consistency, and when someone's behavior lacks this, it's a sign to step back and reevaluate. Inconsistencies, no matter how small, often reveal deeper truths. The Stoics remind us to focus on actions as they are the true mirror of character. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Look to the essence of a thing and remove its cloak of appearances." With this mindset, you can begin to see past the web of deceit. Breaking free from their control. When dealing with those who lie without conscience, the key is to maintain your integrity. Don't fall into their games by trying to argue or prove yourself. It only gives them more control. Instead, establish boundaries, seek clarity, and hold firm to your own sense of truth. And remember, their lies are their weakness. Unlike truth, which requires no effort to sustain, lies are fragile and will eventually crumble under the weight of scrutiny. By standing firm in your reality, you not only protect yourself, but also disrupt their ability to manipulate you. Lies can disorient us, but they cannot destroy what is built on truth. As we reflect on the power of clarity and boundaries, let us prepare to explore another devastating sign of a malicious individual: their lack of empathy. Empathy is the cornerstone of connection, and without it, relationships become hollow and transactional. Join me in Part 4 as we delve into this critical trait and learn how to protect ourselves from the emotional void these individuals create. Part 4. Lack of empathy. Empathy, the bridge that connects us. Seneca once observed, "Humans are social creatures, not meant to live solely for themselves." Empathy is what binds us. It's the silent understanding that allows us to feel another's joy or pain as our own. Without it, relationships lose their warmth, becoming mere transactions. But for truly malicious individuals, empathy is not just absent, it's weaponized. These people view others not as companions in life's journey, but as tools for their own gain. Their lack of genuine concern creates a chilling void where manipulation thrives and compassion is absent. The telltale signs of emotional detachment. Imagine sitting across from a friend, sharing a deeply personal struggle that has been weighing on your heart. Instead of offering comfort, they respond with indifference, or worse, they turn the conversation toward their own troubles, dismissing your vulnerability as trivial. This isn't just a momentary lapse, it's a pattern. Time after time, they prove incapable or unwilling to step outside their own interests to connect with yours. Stoic philosophy reminds us that empathy is not just a virtue, but a foundation of meaningful relationships. Without it, interactions become one-sided, draining, and ultimately harmful. The chilling delight in others' pain. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect of a lack of empathy is the quiet satisfaction these individuals take in others' suffering. Marcus Aurelius warned us, "No more arguing about what a good man should be one." But these people take no joy in lifting others up. They find power in tearing others down. Their lack of empathy manifests in subtle yet telling ways: a smirk when someone stumbles, sarcastic remarks when others share their struggles, a refusal to acknowledge pain unless it serves their own narrative. These small acts may seem insignificant, but over time they reveal a deeply hollow soul, one that cannot connect, only exploit. Protecting your emotional energy. How do you safeguard yourself against this kind of cold detachment? It begins with recognizing the signs and refusing to let their indifference diminish your worth. Epicurus teaches us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When faced with someone who consistently dismisses your emotions or exploits your vulnerability, set firm boundaries. Don't look to them for validation or understanding. They are incapable of providing it. Instead, prioritize relationships with people who celebrate your joys and stand with you in sorrow. These are the connections that nurture your soul and strengthen your spirit. Choosing empathy and connection. Empathy isn't just about feeling for others. It's about creating a space where mutual respect and understanding can thrive. When someone lacks this fundamental quality, they erode the trust and intimacy that relationships are built upon. But here's the truth: you don't have to tolerate their emotional void. Seek out relationships that uplift, that remind you of your inherent value, and that inspire you to be your best self. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, and the quality of your relationships plays a critical role in shaping those thoughts." As we reflect on the importance of empathy and the harm caused by its absence, let us prepare for the final section of our journey. In Part 5, we will explore the ultimate drive of malicious individuals, their hunger for control, and how it manifests in their relentless efforts to dominate your thoughts, actions, and even your sense of self. Join me as we uncover the last key to breaking free and reclaiming your autonomy. Part 5: The Hunger for Control. Control, the lifeline of malicious intent. For an evil person, control isn't just a preference, It's their lifeline. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Your mind is under your control, not external circumstances." And this simple truth terrifies them. They know that true freedom lies in mastering your thoughts and decisions, and they'll stop at nothing to take that mastery away from you. Control, for them, is not about guidance or support. It's about dominance. It's about shaping your reality, limiting your independence, and keeping you tethered to their influence. They don't just want your cooperation, they want your submission. The subtle erosion of autonomy. Control doesn't always come in dramatic displays. Often it starts small, a suggestion framed as concern, a question that sows doubt in your decisions, a remark that makes you feel incapable of acting without their input. Over time, these small intrusions add up, leaving you second-guessing your choices and doubting your abilities. Let me share a story. I once knew someone who appeared to be a trusted advisor. At first, their advice seemed thoughtful and well-intentioned, but gradually a pattern emerged. They'd undermine my confidence with subtle comments like, "Are you sure you're ready for that? Maybe you should let me handle it instead." At the time, I complied, believing their guidance was for my benefit. But in hindsight, it was clear they weren't invested in my growth. They wanted to keep me dependent, ensuring I never outgrew their control. This is how the hunger for control operates, not through force, but through manipulation that slowly erodes your autonomy. The tools of domination. Malicious individuals employ a variety of tools to dominate your mind. Guilt and shame. They make you feel selfish or ungrateful for wanting independence. Sweet words. They mask control with kindness, saying things like, "I'm only doing this because I care." Fear and doubt. They amplify your insecurities to make you question your worth and decisions. Their ultimate goal is to strip away your ability to think freely, and when they succeed, they gain power, not by their own strength, but by taking yours. Reclaiming your freedom. The Stoics remind us that freedom begins in the mind. Epicurus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life, and it comes from refusing to be controlled by what lies beyond our influence." To break free from their grasp, you must recognize their patterns, reflect on whether their actions align with true care or hidden motives. Set boundaries. Refuse to let their guilt trips or manipulative words dictate your choices. Trust your values. Use your principles as a compass. Ask yourself, does this align with my values and goals? True relationships empower and encourage growth. Those who genuinely care for you will never try to dominate your thoughts or diminish your autonomy. Instead, they'll support you in becoming the best version of yourself. The power of autonomy. Marcus Aurelius taught, "The quality of your thoughts determines the happiness of your life." Protecting your mind is the first step in reclaiming your freedom. Malicious individuals know that if they control your thoughts, they control your life. But you have the power to resist. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, those who celebrate your independence rather than fear it. Autonomy is not just your right, it's your strength, your foundation, and the key to living a fulfilled life. The journey of awareness. As we conclude this exploration of the 10 evident signs of an evil person, remember that awareness is your most powerful weapon. Evil thrives in the shadows, but the moment you shine the light of clarity and wisdom, its power begins to fade. You have the tools to protect your peace, safeguard your energy, and reclaim your autonomy. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, true strength lies in mastering your mind and your reactions, so stand firm, set boundaries, and never let anyone steal the freedom of your thoughts. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found these insights helpful, let me know in the comments below. Let's continue to grow together, guided by wisdom, resilience, and clarity. Until next time, stay strong, stay aware, and keep shining.